Hello, I'm Morris Griffin, a candidate for the 44th Congressional District, asking for your vote if you have not voted already. However, if you have voted already, then I would ask that you consider me if I make it to the runoff after you hear this presentation. You know, America used to be known as a man's world. Today, in the 21st century, where would we be if there wasn't you women who brought us all here today? And so I would be remiss if I didn't mention that in Dr. Martin Luther King's speech, I will improvise a little bit. And his speech goes like this: the ultimate measure of a man or a woman is not where he or she stands in moments of comfort and convenience, no. It's where he and she stands in times of challenge and controversy. It is my hope that you will join me in sharing and spreading the word, what you heard, as to how we need to strategize to get our people to realize that in spite of all past years' adversity, success can still be obtained. And what I mean by that is this: I would like to share with you some of my solutions to issues that are pertinent and relevant when we talk about Republicans and Democrats offering their ideas on these issues. Immigration. You know and I know that a wall is not going to do it. Why? Because the wall has already fallen this past year. But more importantly, P45, Trump, President Trump, has said that he's building a black metal wall that's only a mile long because it radiates heat. I know and you know that when the sun goes down, so will that heat on that black wall. But is that where we really want to go with this? No. Where do we want to go? I believe that we have troops in 150 foreign countries. Google it. But more importantly, we don't have troops in Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. If we put troops in Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador and tell those troops to tell the drug warlords to stop killing and raping their people, we're going to take you out. We do it in every other foreign country. What's good for the goose should be good for the gander. And we have drones to see them coming into the villages. So I would ask that you join me in seeing that we spread the word, what you heard, on how we need to move forward in stopping the caravan of such an influx of this immigration. When we talk about schools, you know and I know that we lock our doors at night. There's no one in America that doesn't lock their doors at night except the homeless. So what do? I'm asking that you join me in telling the government that it's time for us to put deadbolt locks on all metal doors to classrooms and courtroom doors, so that when the next copycat assassin comes to the schools, whether it's rural areas or city, we can put a deadbolt lock on that door to where we can stop him or her from coming through and killing our innocent children. Won't you join me as we begin the process of eliminating these kinds of atrocities? When we talk about the AR-15, it's very important that here in the state of California, we have banned all assault weapons. However, if you are one of those that says, well, you took away my right to be able to bear arms. No. If you have an AR-15, you can keep your AR-15. But no new AR-15 or assault weapons will be sold in California and neighboring states. And what I mean by that is this. We want to say if you still have that desire to want to have that adrenaline feel of shooting an assault weapon, we want to encourage you to go to a shooting range and shoot to your heart's content. Spend up all that money on them bullets on a target. But that gun will stay there. And that's how we are going to resolve and solve that issue. When we talk about other issues in regards to abortion, I don't know about you, but I agree. We should not have late abortion. But I also agree that a woman should have a right to choose. And she should do that, make that choice at least up to the 7th month. After the 7th month, I would suggest that that woman have that child and give it up for adoption, unless it's a life or death situation. Then it's her choice. But I don't feel that if a woman was raped or a woman had a child that was incest, that she should have to bear that child, especially if that child doesn't have any eyes, nose, mouth, ears, feet, or hands. I think it's well in time to rid her of that child in a timely fashion. And so it goes with me saying that when we look at ways in which to resolve and solve problems, that's some of my solutions. In addition to that, I would ask that you look at my website, mgriffinforcongress.com. That's all of my time. Thanks for giving me a little bit of your time. I'm Morris Griffin, a candidate for the 44th Congressional District. Over and out. And thank you.